Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There, we are ready.
I am too.
Okay.
Good afternoon. I'd like to call the Maysville Board of Commissioners Thursday, October 9th to order. We will begin with our invocation and release.
Shall we pray? Father, we come before you. We thank you for this opportunity of gathering here. And Father, as we think about some of the things that maybe we've experienced throughout our nation, throughout our community, we're reminded that you do some of your finest work under pressure and in the midst of extreme heat. And Father, we just pray that as we go through these times, it would help us to grow stronger, that we draw closer together, create unity, and strengthen our bonds. We ask your blessings upon our time here this evening, and again, thank you for each one that is here. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend Lace. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cardwell,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, here.
Mayor Cottrell,
Yes, ma'am.
City Manager Wallingford.
Here.
City Attorney Cottle.
Here.
Controller Wood,
Here.
HR Director Rose,
Here.
Public Coordinator Ford,
Here.
Public Works Director King,
Here.
Police Chief Palmer,
Here.
Assistant Chief, Fire Chief
Here.
Sarton, Assistant Utility Manager Gupp,
Here.
Zoning Administrator Larger,
Here.
Building Inspector Fawcett,
Here.
Codes Officer Brooks,
Here.
Tourism Director Bailey. Here. Main Street Director Reese.
Here. Thank you. Minutes of September 11th, 2025, and department reports.
I move to accept as presented.
And I will second, but I want to tell Luke how nice a job that you did for cleanup in Maysville, for pick out and all of our festivals. I appreciate every department, but I heard a great lot of comments how wonderful Maysville was. Good job.
I'll let you guys know that as well, if you're not watching.
Okay, public announcements?
We have to
We didn't
vote.
have a roll
We didn't-
call.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cardwell.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. In addition to the letter Ann was referring to, we also got a thank you from Ann Porter about the city's, especially she noted commissioners and city staff for the help with the car show, and the proceeds go to the Cancer Fighters United. So appreciation expressed to that. Other public announcements?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, then Luke can.
Okay, well, you'll hear about it in a little bit because there's something on the agenda about it, but, Caitlin and Tom Evelyn and I have been working hard because we're gonna have, before we have the next commission meeting, our Mountain Workshops seminar. I mean, you can talk about as much as I can, more, where all these, photographers from all over the country are gonna be here in Maysville for a week, and they're gonna document life in Maysville, Mason County, and we will have this nice book about our town and our county after it's all over. We'll welcome them the 20th, is that right, 20th through the 25th? So that is that day. On the 18th of October, Main Street is doing the first huge, big downtown sale. We're encouraging all businesses, not just retail, but if you have an office and you want to get rid of stuff, and everybody does, put your stuff outside. Any owners of buildings that have things that are being stored in the buildings, this is a great opportunity to get rid of that as well. And then down in the parking lot, the McDonald parking lot, is the junk in your trunk portion of the sale. It's like a yard sale on wheels. People can call me or message on Facebook or email, however they want to get a hold of me. Reserve a space, bring your car down and sell your stuff right out of there. So clear out before the holidays. And then before we meet again, there's also our big downtown Halloween, which involves the library. They do something over there, a book bash. We thank the VFW, they're great partners, and give all the kids a hot dog lunch, plus it's not junk in your trunk, it's trunk or treat that week. And they're also adding a little Halloween carnival as well, so lots to do on the 25th of October.
Whoever wants to go, one of you two. Go ahead.
So I wanted to bring something up, Matt and I talked about. My assistant director came up with an idea on our chipper service. What we have proposed to do is, so our chipper truck fills up and we're either taking it to the landfill or we're dumping out behind Public Works. We thought about, if the community thought it was a good idea, you all thought it was a good idea, staging some areas where we can dump around town, so citizens can come and use those chips for like compost or bedding or, something like that. That way we're not, paying to get rid of it.
And how much is a load when you go to the landfill?
I'd have to double
I
check.
think Kyle said about $200.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But if people could use that, it'd be, great if they could use it and us not have to pay to get rid of it. We just wanted to bring that up to maybe, help citizens out if they needed something like that for gardens, pets and stuff. So it's just wood chips is all it is. So didn't know, but wanted to bring it up and see. And
Just a trial thing.
Yeah,
If it
we
doesn't
can-
work, if nobody's wanting to take it, we'll scoop it up with the Bobcat.
I think they
get rid of
would.
it.
I think they
I hope
would.
so.
yeah, we can
I hope
try it
so.
out and see, and we pick one spot and see how that works. If it goes good, we can pick other spots.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's a good idea.
Just wanted to bring it up. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Luke.
Thanks, Luke.
Chief?
Just real quick, October 17th is our Danny Hay Memorial at the Maysville Cemetery, starting at 10 a.m. Our guest speaker this year is gonna be Jerry Muse. So come out and support that. We do it twice a year. We do one for Police Week, and then at Cox Building, we do this one, that's the graveside. Two other things. One, a shout out to Luke and Kyle and his crew. We've been trying to, our firing ranges just needed some work, and we worked with them, and I guess we finally, the voice loud enough that they finally helped us out, and they did a tremendous job at the range down there. It really looks good, so definitely thank you to your folks. That being said, we as law enforcement, a lot of times we get the brunt of the stuff, the short end of the stick, and we've been working shorthanded for a year and a half. And I say that to say this: we had an incident in our town this weekend that could have been really, really serious. And I want to put out a special thank you to my officers and the way they handled themselves and the decision-making that they did. I received the first phone call at 2:59 a.m., was on scene by 3:30, and didn't leave scene till 11 a.m. This could have been a very bad hostage situation that turned out good by decision-making of the sergeants on scene, and then the admin got on scene working with KSP and their SWAT team. And we got a phone call afterwards from their team leader, Trooper Ayers, who just sang accolades to the decision-making that we did. And I just want you to know, that's the professionalism that we have at that police department over there, even though we're working shorthanded. Everybody was safe, nobody got hurt, and we stopped a pretty bad individual and we're gonna send him back to Pennsylvania. So, thank you to my guys at Sheriff's Department, at KSP, EMS, we had them on scene, they were staged the whole time we were there. So, thank you guys as well, so, thank you very much.
Good job, Mike.
Thanks, Chief.
You and your men.
What time of day is Danny Hay?
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
I'm sorry, 10 a.m.
I think that speaks a lot to the leadership and the type of officers that you all spend the time to recruit and to teach, so thank you. Any other public announcements? Public comment?
I would like an update on eminent domain.
That's coming on number 7.
Number 7,
Yeah.
what about the depot?
That's all coming on
Oh,
number 7. Number
okay,
7, yes,
okay.
ma'am.
I'll just,
Just hold on for a second.
Okay, first we're gonna get an update from Craig Denham on the Primary Plus Residency Program. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you for having me. City's been very
Craig,
supportive.
come closer to the table, just so we can get on the mic. Right there's fine.
Is that
That's
good?
Yeah, there's a mic right there.
Yeah, you want me to say it?
No, you do whatever you wanna do.
City's been very supportive with our efforts down at the Ugrin building, which used to be the Browning Medical Building. So I thought you all would appreciate kind of a good news update. In July, our second class of family medicine residents started, so we now are 8 total. We've got residents from not only Kentucky, but Georgia, Mississippi, Texas. So really reaching out across the nation for folks to come here and finish their medical training. We'll already recruiting for next year's class, which will start in July. If you'll remember, it's a 3-year curriculum, so these folks make a 3-year commitment to practice medicine in Maysville, and we hope that 1 in 4, 1 in 5 will stay in the Buffalo Trace. Whether they work for us or not isn't the goal, it's that they stay here. Also, we just recently started a relationship with Tri-State Gastroenterology. They are located downtown the Ugrin building as well. They're a large gastroenterology firm from Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area. They are here every Tuesday, sending 1 doctor to town. Also on the 3rd floor of the Ugrin building, we have psychiatry. We've got an adult psychiatrist and a child psychiatrist that we've been able to bring to Maysville, as well as a full-time dermatologist. His name is Dr. Stephen Sutter. The psychiatrists are Dr. Devi for adult psychiatry and addiction psychiatry, and Dr. Christian Custer for child psychiatry.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, Craig.
Yeah, it's really been a stimulus, and it was really pleasant, talking with the group from Tri-State Gastroenterology. Their medical director is Scott Leverage, and his providers are actually arguing about who comes to town because of how much they've enjoyed downtown Maysville. You know, the view out of the upper floors of the Browning building or something they're not used to in northern Kentucky. Being able to walk to lunch, you know, some of the offerings is different than what they're used to. So they've really appreciated the charm.
Good deal.
Good deal.
John, do you have a patient count coming in and out of that asset and
No, but I can get one. Yeah. The residents in their first year are expected to see 1 patient an hour. And then as they get to their second year, it goes to 1 every 30 minutes. And then by the time they're a 3rd year, they should be 1 every 20 minutes. So these folks are, like I said, in their training still, so they're not expected to see as much as a full-fledged attending physician. The mental health department, in addition to psychiatrists, we've got LCSWs there on the 3rd floor as well. The psychiatrists are averaging about 3,000 patients a year, but I couldn't give you a total count for the building off the cuff.
I can tell you, Craig, that the feedback that I've received from citizens has been tremendous.
Good.
They felt respected, they felt valued, and they were able to get some much-needed services, so thank you.
You are very welcome. You know, just as a side note, most of you have seen our new pharmacy on Tucker Drive. You know, we're keeping both pharmacies open. They're both fully staffed. Hopefully that will improve kind of traffic at both places, because in our previous pharmacy, the drive-through could get a little bit weighty. So we hope that's been a benefit. And we're in the process of remodeling our building there on Kenton Station Drive across from Hospice of Hope. That'll be the new kid care, and then Cincinnati Children's will take over the entire building where kid care is now.
Great.
So another exciting collaboration.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Craig.
Well, thank you all for your support. You know, if I can be of any assistance, most of you know how to reach me.
Thank you.
Thanks, Craig.
Update city programs.
I'll go first, and then I'll let David take the brunt of it. So, Commissioner, you were asking about eminent domain. I have signed 3 of the petitions. The only one left is the one on Clark Street. Now, my understanding from Jackie Sue is that commissioners are being appointed to do the assessments on the properties. that's where
Good
we are.
job.
Yeah, that's where we are. Good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yes.
Dave?
What did you wanna know about?
Depot, David,
Depot,
yeah, Depot, yeah.
Yes.
On the depot, basically, they're behind about 3 months probably. But he is thinking that he will be done by the first of the year, the first of 26. So, with the handicap improvements, basically. And that's basically all they're doing is the handicap accessibility improvements, the loading area and stuff like that, handrails, stuff like that. So, that's kind of the general timeline right at this point. So,
And then everything will be done.
yes. Yeah, after that, it'll, whatever we decide to do with it will be done then.
What'd you say, first of the year?
Yeah, that's what the plan is at this point. That's, George Allen Construction is the one that's in charge of it. On the TAP project, sidewalk project, basically this afternoon, we got a full set of plans. We're gonna review those. After I review them and look through them, then that'll all go to the Kentucky Heritage Council for review, because all that's basically everything from Wall Street to Main Street is in 50 years or older, any building, it's gotta be reviewed by them, and that's just part of the plan review for government projects like that. So once that's done, then we'll get all that back and get their input back, if there's any changes to be made, so on and so forth. And then there's some geotechnical stuff that'll have to be done, hopefully next spring, summer, we'll be able to start that project, get it bid, and be able to get started on it. But that's kind of where that's at. The riverfront project, that's going from Limestone Landing basically down to the boat dock. Again, that one, we've got all the preliminary plans, the work's done. We're waiting on an archaeological report. We've got a mussel report on the river. They have to do studies up and down the river. That's just part of the process that you have to go through. So we're waiting on that. There's some borings that they're gonna do through a contractor called Third Rock, that we're waiting on that report. But it's moving along pretty quick now. So I don't know a timeline. We really don't have a good timeline on that, but I would say it'll be next fall at the earliest, probably, before something could start on that. Of course, that includes the walkway, canoe launch, kayak launch, 3-phase electric, walkway, access road, and boat slips, in a couple of different places, Limestone Landing and down at the River Park. So that's gonna be a nice project, and we were awarded another $1 million on that. So that went from a $1.78 million project to 2.8. So we were very fortunate. It was delayed for many reasons, but because of that delay, we did end up getting more money, so that was a pretty good deal. The Maysville water line, again, that's still work in progress. We're waiting on the final PER on that. There's already been a preliminary set of plans done. Booster station, where we're gonna locate it, property designation, stuff like that, easements. They're all working through all of that right now, but, everything's moving along pretty good.
How big is that line, Dave?
That'll end up being a 10-inch,
Okay, so it's got to tap in Washington then?
yes.
Okay.
That's about all I've got. Somebody
Good.
think?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Just real quick, is there an update on the Simon Kenton bridge enforcement. I know last meeting, we talked about working with the transportation department on removing it from GPS for trucks over a certain
Yep.
tonnage.
And I think, Robert, I sent you all some of that information. They are
You
working
did.
with some of the organizations throughout the state. They have sent that information out. Hopefully those organizations use that. The District 9 is working with the central office in regard to getting some signage up on top of the hill that has the extra fines on there to let them know that, hey, you go across this, you get caught, you're gonna get busted with this. And I know Chief's been working on,
Yeah, and then GPS is still an issue, and I can explain to you that.
Yeah, today.
Chris Conley got on the radio, and we had a 50 or 60-foot double wide
Mobile home at
trying to
Wall
Wow.
cross Simon Gate
Okay.
Bridge.
Yeah.
And I'll get it for read here. But and I talked to one of the escorts, I said, why are you in town? And that's where GPS took us, so that is
It's a huge issue.
It's a huge issue.
Mhm.
Doug Stacy is a sergeant with KSP, Kentucky Vehicle Enforcement, branch of KSP. I spoke with him, and I think I mentioned that to you the other day as well. I've talked to the county attorney about it, the KRS that we can cite for that, allows for a 5-mile radius to take someone to a weigh station. I'm still working out the closest certified scale within a 5-mile radius is a truck stop across from Kroger's up there. So if I could work something out with that, and then we're gonna get a training together for our guys to, hey, this is what we can do and this is how we're gonna do it. So, and again, I don't know when the bridge is gonna be shut down, so that'll give us some more time to train. I priced a set of scales. We would need 6 to weigh a truck, 2 scales per axle. They're about $6,500 a piece.
And I know you and I
About
discussed that
$40,000.
I know we discussed that the other day. I
Yes,
was
sir.
wondering about the GPS standing. I think that could be hugely
GPS, that'll be a big
beneficial.
help. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It sure will. But that's where we're at on it right now. And my guys are watching, and again, we've got a training day coming up, and we're gonna talk about that, and push out a sample citation on what we can do and how it does that, because the charge that he provided us to use automatically kicks in a X amount per pound over weightage up to a $500 fine.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
yes, sir.
thanks, Chief.
I did run into Steve from the highway department, and he said they are working on those signs.
Good, fantastic.
Okay, anything else? On to number 8, discussion vicious dog ordinance.
Robert, you wanna take the lead?
Sure. I know there are several people involved with this, but I know personally I began reviewing the vicious dog ordinance about 5 weeks ago or so with a dog attack on 3rd Street. A small dog who was leashed was attacked by a larger dog and very unfortunately died just a few days later. In looking at the ordinance, as I mentioned at the last meeting, we all know that we can do better with the language, and one of the challenges with the ordinance is the fact that it's not just an ordinance, but it's also a process and infrastructure that we need to consider prior to any published ordinance, because it's obviously no good if it cannot be enforced. But we have talked about several ideas and concepts. We met on last Thursday, a good cross-section of law enforcement attorneys, citizen members, and experts in the field to really craft an ordinance, looking at some other communities as a starting point. So we're doing research there, and I know that we'll have a really solid draft just as soon as possible. Again, taking into consideration that it's infrastructure and process in addition to the actual legislation that needs to be discussed, and adequate public comment, of course. So that is I just want to let people know that we're working on it. And I know we very unfortunately had a dog attack on Sunday morning. Huge thank you to the police department and EMS and to citizen eyewitnesses. It could have been a whole lot worse. What really scares me is first of all that, but secondly, if that was an elderly person or a child, I'm not confident that the outcome would have been what it was. And that weighs on me heavily, and I know it weighs on everyone here heavily. you know, are working toward a more robust ordinance and an enforcement of an ordinance. Again, with the infrastructure, you know, those things are all considerations, and I hope definitely by the end of the calendar year, we should be able to have some good readings and public comment of a vicious dog ordinance.
Sounds good.
Well, we do
Yeah.
have a leash law.
Yes, we do. Yes,
We do. I think it would be good, that people who allow pets in hotels and VRBOs and rental properties, that they would get a copy of that ordinance, either that or make people aware that when they bring their animals to Maysville, we have a leash law.
Yeah.
And it should be posted in their businesses.
Figure that one out.
Okay,
It is a good idea.
thank you.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
I think it should, I'm sure there's penalties. Lisa gave me the gist of it, but I'm sure that there's penalties or whatever, like what happened
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sure. Okay.
They should know what they're,
See what we can come up with.
should know what they're facing.
Sounds good. We can do that.
Anything else? Okay, long-term public-private partnerships.
Robert, you wanna take this one
Yeah.
again?
So I added this item to the agenda as a discussion item. Public-private partnerships are generally really good. I've seen great public-private partnerships in several cities. I think one concern that I have about public-private partnerships is often, you know, there's an organization, a foundation, a corporation, or some entity that has the financial resources and idea, vision to launch a particular project. But then I think what's often not asked is, what about the long-term maintenance of that project? And I'm not necessarily talking about public art or monuments or anything like that. I'm talking about public-private partnerships that may involve mechanics, may involve pretty constant maintenance and upkeep. You know, having the funding on the front end is one thing, but, you know, maintenance in perpetuity is completely different. And a gift isn't always a gift if, you know, it ends up being a lot of maintenance and undue burden, essentially. So, you know, public-private partnerships are great, but right now, we don't really have a mechanism in place for the city commission to be involved in the long-term decision-making of financial resources or in-kind contributions associated with a public-private partnership. So beyond the launch of the partnership, what happens 5, 10 years down the road? So what I'm proposing is an ordinance that would regulate public-private partnerships so that the entity would really get approval to enter into a public-private partnership, which we have that component. But the component we don't have is an understanding of the financial implications over a period of years on taxpayers. So really this is an act of transparency with taxpayers so that they understand that what sounds good on the front end in terms of a gift is going to have potentially a lot of maintenance, and that should be up to, of course, I'm appointed now, but that should be up to elected officials who represent citizens in full transparency before anything like that is entered into. So that's the basis for the draft ordinance, which I hope to have in November.
And I would say, Robert, that's fine, if that's what you guys wanna do, we'll take into account whatever, but any project that comes forward is gonna come in front of you all. Even if it's, let's say it's a project that is funded solely by a private entity who says, hey, we're gonna build this, or we're gonna do this if you'll take over maintenance. That's gonna come in front of you all, one way or another, whether it's through the budget process or just, if I'm sitting here, it's coming in front of you, because those are finances, you're right, that maintenance has to be taken into account.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think you said the key phrase, you know, we have transition. So I think it's good to have things codified, because it may not always be the case.
Yeah.
And I think that having as much transparency as possible and adequate public input is really necessary. And I think that having it as part of common practice is different than actually like codifying it in legislation.
Well, and I think even, you know, I can't say that it's ever happened, but any project, again, it's gotta take your all's approval. because there's gonna be finances involved one way or another. And, you know, if somebody comes to me and says, hey, I'm gonna build this or I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna bring it to you all, because, you know, I report to you and you should know it. You should know what's going on. So whether there's an ordinance or not, I understand where you're coming from, it's coming to you guys.
Yeah.
You have my absolute.
And I'm speaking in terms of in-kind types of
Yeah.
contributions to, like, city, you know, staff hours,
And I also
for
should-
example,
I also
and not just
say-
actually going and
Sure.
purchasing something, because that's
We-
obviously a financial expense when you purchase something, but what's less difficult to, really be transparent about is staff time and that type of activity.
And I think it's always been the case here that if there is a project that we don't think we can take on by ourselves, we haven't done it. You know, there have been projects where that have been approved in the budget, and later on, a private or nonprofit has said, hey, we wanna join in this project and give some money. But there have been those are projects that we felt like we could do ourselves. But yeah, I think maintenance
Yeah.
and bills and
I'm looking like
staffing.
10 years down the road.
Absolutely,
you
all
know.
that stuff has to be
Yeah.
taken into account on any project, most
Yeah.
definitely. So, yeah, so keep in touch with me and Kelly, and we'll see what we come up with.
All right.
Okay? Thank you.
Good point.
Appointments and reappointments. Reappointments of Millicent Harding Thomas and Stacy Temple to the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Appointment of Bray Foster to the Commission on Human Rights. Appointment of Melissa Greenwell to the Board of Ethics, and appointment of Mike Beebe to the Arts Commission.
You can do that all the time.
Yes, that's what
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Second.
roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Discussion, acceptance of 641 Germantown Road.
I was approached by Richard Haggard about a month ago to see if we would want to accept 641 Germantown Road. We currently are working on the property at 643, is that right? To take that one down. Now, we won't own that, we're not gonna own that one, are we? 643, we wouldn't own that one, but this property at 641, it needs to come down. Obviously, we could sell that property. I would hope that maybe an adjoining property owner might want it, but I wanted to come to you all to see if you all were interested in taking it. If you are, we could work on the deed of transfer and all that, but
What's
It's-
on the property?
about what, a 3/4 finished building, would you say, Nicole?
He started to take it down, it's just the floor system that's left in it, but all the walls are down.
And if, correct me if I'm wrong, the property owner, adjacent to it wants to take that one down, or
The new
we were
one-
gonna take that one
We
down?
were going to, but now it's under new ownership.
Okay, so we don't know about that one yet.
Yeah, not
Okay,
that one for sure.
okay.
So where actually is it?
It's, on the right-hand side, and as you're going up Germantown Road, not too far after
It's
you
his
pass.
dad's old garage.
After you pass Rogers Road on the left-hand
Yeah.
side.
Okay.
I wanted to see what y'all's interest was, and obviously, we would tear it down, and
I think we ought to tear
I
it.
Sell
think
it?
we should
Would it
too.
take a lot to tear it down? Doesn't
I
sound
don't-
like it would.
I don't
It's
think,
not
Nicole,
much.
would you-
It's kind of a difficult location, but that would be more of a question.
You talking about
for Greg.
You know, dollar amount,
Well, roughly,
I would say less than 6,000,
okay.
probably.
have you
Is that
guys,
that
have you
old
seen it?
I haven't
garage?
seen it, no.
Is that
Yeah,
the old garage you're talking about?
right-hand side.
Yes,
Yeah.
take it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you guys
It's an
okay, is everybody
eyesore.
okay with that?
Yes.
Okay,
It's an
all right,
eyesore.
cool, I'll work with it and to get you all a deed.
Resolution rejecting bids for the service truck 25-43.
A resolution rejecting bids for new service truck. Now therefore be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky, that the bids received for a new service truck that were opened on September 29, 2025 are hereby rejected, and the projects manager and public works director are instructed to re-advertise and solicit new bids for the subject service truck.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am.
Did we do roll call on the appointments? Do you have it in your record?
Yeah. Okay.
Have a little bit of a cold, so I'm kind of a little,
We got it?
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Resolution accepting bids for the Bobcat T6625-44.
Just to clarify, Luke, Bobcat is a skid steer, right? Same thing? Okay. Resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for a skid steer. Whereas the city of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. A, skid steer. B, advertised on September 12, 2025. C, bid opening September 29, 2025. Whereas the following bids were received. Number one, Bobcat in Mount Orab, $65,565.24. Two, Reed Inc., $67,250. Whereas the utility manager and city manager have recommended the acceptance of the bid of Bobcat in Mount Orab as the best bid. Now therefore be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. One, the bid of Bobcat in Mount Orab for a skid steer in the sum of $65,565.24 for the subject purchase described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the city of Maysville. Two, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the city of Maysville.
Thank you, Kelly.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Does that have tracks on it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
It's
it
for
is.
utility department, so.
Metal or
Yeah,
metal tracks?
yeah, it's no tracks and it's,
All
yeah.
right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing memorandum of agreement for the BCAD to act as a project administrator for the KIA Funds 25-45.
Resolution authorizing memorandum of understanding with BTADD. Be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute and deliver the memorandum of understanding with Buffalo Trace Area Development District for the Maysville LTCP, Main Street, Limestone Street, and Washington Street pump station upgrades.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing rehiring of retired police officer 25-45.
Resolution authorizing rehiring of retired police officer. Be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute the contract for rehire with retired officer T.C. Rice for full-time for a period of 1 year effective on October 1, 2025 through September 31, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution accepting the bid for the chipper truck 25-47.
Resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for a chipper truck. Whereas the city of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. A, chipper truck. B, advertised September 17, 2025. C, bid opening October 1, 2025. Whereas the following bid was received. One, Rush Truck Center, $114,169. Whereas the Public Works Director and City Manager have recommended the acceptance of the bid of Rush Truck Center as the best and only bid, now therefore be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. Excuse me. The bid of Rush Truck Center for a chipper truck in the sum of $114,169 for the subject purchase described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the City of Maysville. Two, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the City of Maysville.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yes, ma'am.
So moved.
Second, just a question. Since that's the only bid, is that the market rate about for a chipper truck?
I'll let Luke, talk about
Yeah,
that,
so
Robert.
I had 100 in for one. We didn't spend 100 on the chipper, so we had a little extra money to buy one. With that bid, we called around 4 bids. They're the only ones that submitted a bid.
I don't know.
Another company submitted a bid, but it was voided because it was on an email.
Yeah.
So they didn't seal the bid. So looking at about the same amount of money.
About the same amount.
Plus, Rush Truck could get it to us, if not in January, close. The other company would have been 6 months.
Okay, so if you were to go buy one without bidding it, it would be about this price probably? Okay.
And Robert, we had budgeted, originally $200,000 for a chipper truck and for the actual chipping machine. And total, it came in together about 170. So we were way under budget on both of them, so it worked out well.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Yes, sir.
item one on this, it says the bid for Rush Truck Center is for a skid steer.
That's a typo on my behalf. My apologies, Commissioner,
Oh, that's quite all right.
on Tony's behalf.
I think we need to do a roll call.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, for the chipper truck.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution accepting bid for the dump truck, 25-48.
Resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for a dump truck. Whereas the city of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. A, dump truck. B, advertised September 17, 2025. C, bid opening October 1, 2025. Whereas the following bids were received. 1, Rush Truck Center, $121,647.24. 2, Fuller Ford, an invalid offer or bid. Whereas the Public Works Director and City Manager have recommended the acceptance of the bid of Rush Truck Center as the best bid. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. 1, the bid of Rush Truck Center for a dump truck in the sum of $121,647.24 for the subject purchase described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the City of Maysville. 2, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the City of Maysville.
So moved.
Second, discussion. Is that a diesel truck?
Yeah,
Okay. And what size is it?
26,000 pound,
13 ton,
yeah.
That's big.
13 ton, and it's outfitted and everything, right?
Well, okay.
Yeah. I think we had 130,000 budgeted for it, so it came under budget.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution accepting bid for ambulance, 25-49.
A resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for a new ambulance, whereas the City of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. A, ambulance. B, advertised September 12, 2025. C, bid opening September 26, 2025. Whereas the following bids were received. 1, Penn Care, Inc., $305,911. Whereas the fire chief and city manager have recommended the acceptance of the bid of Penn Care Inc. as the best and only bid. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. 1, the bid of Penn Care Inc. for an ambulance in the sum of $305,911 for the subject purchase described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the City of Maysville. 2, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the City of Maysville.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yes, ma'am.
So moved. I do have a question though.
I do too. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so you seconded for discussion?
Yes.
Okay, go
After
ahead,
you,
guys.
David.
Have we, what chassis is that?
Ken,
It's gonna be another Ford chassis.
Okay. Okay, are we back to gassers or is it diesel?
That I haven't found out about. I've actually tried to call Chief Carpenter to confirm that since he's on vacation. I can't tell you at this moment. I will follow up with you.
Yeah, we'll follow up and get you that answer, David.
Okay, thank you.
Robert?
Yeah. Same question, since this is our only bid, is this about the market rate or the market rate from, based on other ambulances that were purchased in?
So this is actually, that we only received one bid. We did not receive a second bid because the bid that we received was about $45,000 cheaper. And that second business stated that they weren't even gonna be close to the bid, so they opted not to bid.
So they opted not to bid,
Yeah.
okay.
And so, a bit of an update on this. This ambulance, one we were originally pursuing was a demo to be built. Louisville came in and swooped up and purchased all of their demos. So this company is actually building another, or a handful more of demos. They're gonna build 2 or very close to our specs, and it's still gonna be a demo unit, hence how we're getting that savings of about $45,000. So, yeah, we're in a very good range with it, and we are saving that money, and that is why we never got that second bid, because it wasn't worth their time.
Yeah, all right.
And Robert, we
Very-
budgeted $350 for that one.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution accepting bid for the Police Department Vehicle Computers 25-50.
Resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for police mobile data terminals. Whereas the city of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. A, mobile data terminals for the police department. B, advertised September 17, 2025. C, bid opening October 6, 2025. Whereas the following bid was received. Number 1, Bright for $70,650. Whereas the chief of police has recommended the acceptance of the bid of Bright as the best bid, now therefore be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. 1, the bid of Bright for mobile data terminals for the police department in the sum of $70,650 for the subject purchase described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the city of Maysville. 2, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the city of Maysville.
If you don't have copies of that resolution, I will get you a copy and I'll put it in your mailbox.
Was any part of that a grant? Did we talk?
Not for this one, no, ma'am, it
Okay.
wasn't.
It's okay.
I was blessed by last year when you guys let me allocate funds
Yes.
to get some of them. This is
Yeah.
the rest of them. But no, I didn't have anything on a grant for.
So we
for
got all
this.
computers for our cars now.
When we purchase this, yes, ma'am,
That's
everything will
good.
be up to speed and up to date. And
Good.
the stuff is just, that we have now is just out of this.
It needs to be replaced. They won't have to get cars to put these updated computers in.
That's coming in a couple months, Commissioner, thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that.
I'll make that.
And this one as well came in about $2,000 under budget.
Add a four.
So Ann made a motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing proclamation for Mountain Workshops Week 25-51.
Resolution authorizing mayor to proclaim Mountain Workshops Week, October 20th through the 25th, 2025. Whereas the Mountain Workshops, founded and organized by Western Kentucky University, are one of the nation's oldest and most respected training seminars for photojournalists, documentary filmmakers, and other visual storytellers. And whereas award-winning photojournalists, filmmakers, and journalists from across the country donate their time and talents each October to train future generations of their professions at the workshops, and whereas Mountain Workshops participants have come to Maysville, Kentucky from across the nation to improve their visual storytelling skills, and whereas since 1976, the Mountain Workshops have documented small-town life and exposed thousands of professional visual storytellers from around the world to the scenic beauty, friendly people, and rich cultural heritage of Kentucky. and have produced a unique visual archive of modern Kentucky history. And whereas the Mountain Workshops chose Maysville and Mason County as the site for its landmark 50th anniversary seminar, now therefore, the mayor and city commissioners of the city of Maysville proudly welcome all Mountain Workshops participants and hereby proclaim the week of October 20th through the 25th, 2025 is declared Mountain Workshops Week in Maysville, Kentucky.
So moved. So moved.
Second,
Whatever.
whoever.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Kyler.
Yes, ma'am. Closed session pursuant to KRS 61.8101F, discussion which might lead to the appointment of an individual employee.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Kyler.
Yes, ma'am. I'll entertain a motion to come back into session.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Condon?
Yes, ma'am. Appointment of dispatcher.
From Michael Palmer, Chief, to Honorable Mayor Cottrell, City Commissioner, City Manager. I would like to request the hiring of Beth Adams as a dispatcher with the Maysville, Mason County Evening Time Dispatch Center. Beth was employed with the city as a dispatcher for over 5 years before pursuing the position at the University of Kentucky. Beth holds a current telecommunications certification from the Department of Criminal Justice Training and would be able to jump back into a role with our center with minimal refresher training.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Is there anything else to come before this commission?
We holding them.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
Roll call,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Commissioner Boone?
What do we vote
Commissioner
on?
Adjourn.
Sorry, just joking, yes, yes.
Brammer? Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Thank you.